Hey guys, this is Bumblebee85 coming at you again with another video review. I'm jumping back into the Marvel Legends here. This is a one-shot that was hitting the stores. It's Namor, the Submariner from Marvel Legends, clearly displayed throughout the box there. Nice green font, a nice image of him looking all mean on both sides of the box. And he was coming out exclusively to Walgreens. Walgreens is a chain, a drugstore, almost like a Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada. Walgreens is in the States, the United States. And he was coming out the same time as the Captain America movie wave, with the Black Panther and Nick Fury and the Mark 46 Iron Man, as you can see there on the box. Now, you didn't need to collect Namor here to have the Build-A-Figure that came with the same wave. As you can see, the Namor, this is Nuke, the back of Nuke's box, and it shows you need all these figures here to collect to build Giant Man. But Namor was an exclusive to Walgreens, and he was only available in the United States, and he came out in the same wave but didn't come with any Build-A-Figure part. So Walgreens tends to get a lot of exclusives. So with me living here in Niagara Falls, Canada, I tend to jump over the States every once in a while and search for these exclusives, and I've been able to find Agent Venom and Ant-Man from the Walgreens there in the States. Again, it was the same sort of circumstance with the Agent Venom here. Yeah, he was part of the series, and actually he does show a Build-A-Figure on this one, even though it doesn't show him on the back of the box, just like the Namor box. It doesn't show him on the back, so little inconsistency with the packaging and where these figures are getting spit out from wave to wave. I'm still looking for that yellow costume Daredevil from Walgreens, but unable to find him. But actually, I didn't find him in the States. I found him here at EB Games in Canada for that price, $30. It's no more expensive than Walmart or Toys R Us, and with him being supposed to be a Walgreens exclusive, finding him here in Canada without even having to jump over the border, pay duty or tolls, is a great find. Even EB was surprised to find these at the store. I was talking to the guy, and he's like, yeah, when I opened it up, the box, and found a whole case of nothing but Namors, he was very surprised. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much there, and on to the review, and I'll get him out of the package and see what he's like. Now here's Namor out of the packaging, looking very nice. I like the metallic green on the scales of his suit, looking fishy-like. But show off what he comes with first. He comes with two interchangeable hands, one for the left, one for the right, and they easily just pop right off. You take he comes with those two flight simulating hands, or swimming kind of hands, with two open hands, and they just easily pop right out with the peg system. Make sure you put his right hand on his right hand, and now he's got some karate chopping action, or swimming action, or flying action. So that's a neat thing that we've been getting a lot of with Marvel Legends, or extra hands or extra heads. And his other accessory here is his trident, which is nicely painted, again with that metallic green in certain spots and on the butt end there. And we have some white tips here. But this is a reuse of the mold that we've gotten with the Odin Build-A-Figure. That he came with the same staff. It's all gold, one solid color. As to where this has three different colors painted on it. So that's kind of nice added detail. So that's a little bonus there. So we'll put the staff in his hand. I'm going to swap out his other hand here quickly. Put his regular hand in. Quickly show off his paint detail here and articulation a little bit. Now, I really like the hair flow. It's, you know, Wolverine-esque, but like it's because it should be like flying underwater or swimming underwater and flying above the air. And his head, if you tilt it too far back, easily just pop right off. And you can see after it popped off, there's some residue in there, which we'll just scrape right off. Here's his face sculpt. Nice high Vulcanish eyebrows and ears. He very much looks like a Vulcan from Star Trek. His hair is again flowing for swimming or flying. He's got this collar. It's glued on around his neck there. And then you come down to his V-shaped here costume with the scales painted on. But it is molded. It's not just glued on. Like, that is his chest piece. Like, there is a divot. It's molded on. So it's a different chest piece altogether than any other mold. So that's kind of cool. There's a peg hole in the back. He's got this nice gold belt buckle with the Trident logo on the bottom there. There's notches or etches in the belt. That's not just painted, it's molded on there. It goes pretty much all the way around the belt. And then the scales continue down his thighs with black down his midsection and down his legs. He does have his wings on the bottom of his feet. And he also has the cufflinks, or the gauntlets, I guess, the gold gauntlets that match his belt. So overall, a very, very nicely painted. Like, there's no weird lines. All these scales match up. There's a little bit of a blemish here on his thigh. Don't know if you can even see that, kind of right there. But other than that, he's very cleanly painted, even up his back and everything. And he's got a nice flesh tone. I like it because I feel like with him swimming in the water or flying, he should be a little tanned. He should have a tan going to him for the tropical areas of where he would swim in near Atlantis or whatever. So I like his flesh tone. So his articulation, his head is on a nice rocker here with the ball joint, so he doesn't have any tilt. Well, he's got a bit of a pivot there, but he can look all the way down and that far back because of the collar. If the collar wasn't there, he'd be able to look a little further, but it still gets nice flight poses with the range of motion from his neck. His arms are on the ball joint, the ball hinge joint there, all the way around. We've got a swivel at the bicep, double hinged elbows. We have a swivel at the wrist and a crunch up and down. He has ab crunch, which makes him go back about that far, and an ab crunch, which makes him go down that far. He does have a waist swivel, but if you swivel too far, you do get that overlapping area right there on the sides. Look a little deformed. He's got these ball hinged hips, which make him go out about that far. He can kick really high forward and not so much backwards. Does have that upper thigh swivel, double hinge knees, and he has a boot cut with no boot, just becomes a shin split there. The foot goes up and down, and he does have ankle pivot. And it's nice, the wings don't even get in the way of the ankle pivot. It goes right over top of the wing. You can see there, it goes right over top. So nothing outrageous there. So that's his articulation and his paint job. Now he can hold his staff. You might have to pry his fingers a little bit apart. I had to do that. His hands are really stiff to fit, but the trident does fit in there. You wedge it in there nice, and he will hold on to it no matter however you put it. And he holds it very nicely. So that's a cool accessory. Now here's a comparison with some other Namors that we've got over the years. See if we can make them stand well enough. Now here's the original Namor that we had from the Marvel Legend days. Toy Biz had the license there. Then this is actually, I believe this is a Hasbro Marvel Legend that we had gotten later on. The fans really wanted a Namor in his original costume-ish type looking costume, and that's what Hasbro ended up giving us. Yellowish, orangish shaded, pale looking Namor, and it was poor fan. It was for the fans, but then what they gave us wasn't anything what a fan would want in a figure. No waist swivel, this loose upper chest piece, and then we have those single hinged knees along with the single hinged elbows that the female figures seem to get. Just an ugly looking figure all around. Scrawny looking figure. So even this first attempt by them was, first attempt by Toy Biz was way better. Yeah, we still have the like the weathered look skin. And this Namor seems to have some ear piercings. This one doesn't, but he's got his wrestling belt on. And again, the wings are there. A lot more joints or posabilities in this figure, even still, compared to whatever we had from Hasbro's first attempt. There's a quick little comparison of the Namors, and I'm really liking this Namor. I had a slight man crush on Namor. He just has that attitude, like, don't mess with me. He's got super strength, and he just controls the situation when he wants to. If he doesn't want to do anything, he just, see you later, and he just doesn't care about the outcome. He's just got that attitude. But if you look at his face sculpt, his eyes, to me, as I'm looking at him from the figure, it's like he's just up and to the right a little bit, which I don't mind. They're not too lopsided. One eye, I guess, does kind of look a little weird. Maybe that's what I'm catching, him looking up to the right a little bit. But overall, I'm not going to complain. He just looks like an arrogant beephole. And that's exactly what I want my Namor to look like. And he does have two peg holes also on the bottom of his feet. And I've been using the old Marvel Legend stands to get my pictures from the beginning that just fit right into the back of his back there with the peg. And it has several joints that I can get dynamic poses out of. But overall, a nice, updated, needed version of Namor. And he does share the same sculpt as the Grim Reaper here, which I have yet to open. I was looking up and down to try and figure out what body molds he's not the Cat Bucky mold like this. I was trying to compare it, and everything seems to be just a little bit different. So he is in a mold that I haven't had in my hands yet. So he does fall with the Grim Reaper, which I do believe came out first, but I'm reviewing Namor first. So, at 6.5 inches tall, with his little whips of his hair flipped there. So, obviously in scale. And I believe he should just be a little bit taller than regular humans. He is an Atlantean, and should just have a little bit more muscle mass to his body and stuff like that. So, I like the scale. That's my review on Namor. Very anticipated figure. If you can find them at a Walgreens or in Canada, or Walgreens in the States, or at an EB Games here in Canada, which is kind of like an electronic boutique. I think that's what they still call them in the States, but they are EB Games here in Canada, and that's where I found them for the $30 price tag. If there are any more there, he could certainly be going on sale soon with the new, EB is also getting the new Marvel Legends X-Men Juggernaut wave. And if not, it's already there. I have to go check. So that's my video review on Namor from the Marvel Legends Hasbro series. Enjoy the play. This is the life. Namor relaxing in the deep ocean. Namor, that's my sink full of water. I do what I want, how I want. Is that so? Take that! Ah, you foiled my plans again. I just wanted to relax. Not in my sink, bub.